Hi everyone, it's Linda from LyndaCreates, and I have a super fun thrift haul this month. It is a combination of at least 3 different places that I thrifted at. One was the Balboa Island garage sale, which is an annual garage sale out, oddly enough, on Balboa Island near Newport Beach. Balboa Island garage sale shopping. Woo! That was kind of an overcast day, but it didn't have a lot, but it was a nice day out. We took the ferry over to Balboa Island and then walked the whole island. Another part of the sale is going to be what I got at the American Sewing Guild fabric sale, which I think is an annual thing where they have $2 a yard fabric that their members donate. And then the third place that I got some of these items is from Facebook Marketplace. So let me go ahead and show you my treasures. I'm going to start with the fabric pieces that I got. The first two, these florals, are from the Balboa Island garage sale, and it's just a lot of the houses on Balboa Island are, advertised to do a garage sale once a year. And if you're not familiar with Balboa Island, it is right next to Newport Beach. It is it's a man-made island years ago, but it has a whole bunch of houses and some quaint shops, and it's just very easy to walk, and it's very easy to enjoy a good afternoon there. So these are pieces, again, I got from the garage sale. It was I think a couple dollars for each of these pieces. So who can walk past some nice cotton fabric? The rest of these are from the American Sewing Guild fabric sale. It was a very rainy day. But it didn't stop people from going to the sale. A lot of it were obviously people making quilts or clothing. I noticed a lot of people were making clothes or looking for fabric for clothing. I went there, of course, for my slow stitching stash building. So I like this only because it's an actual weave. It's not printed. So I love finding plaids that are actually woven. And then this was a very autumny color and a small piece. I think she gave this to me for free because it was so small. But I can see some nice autumn projects with that. And again, I love chintz, and this was just a really nice color. So I think this whole piece was $2, and it's quite a big, it's from Moda, and it says it's linen. I don't know if it is. Huh. It was just too pretty to pass up, and it's probably just a yard, so perfect for slow stitching. And again, more chintz. I love the flowers. Look at these. As if I need more, right? But this was just different. Primroses. Love these. I bet there's a poppy in here somewhere. Ooh, irises. I'm sure if I look around, there's probably a poppy in here somewhere. So that is the prints. And now this is the other thing that I got there. All of these for $6. And they're silk. It didn't say silk, but I was looking at it, and it's at the kind of silk that has these, I think there's a name for it, but the slubs, maybe that's a name for it, but it has this pattern on it. And I saw this, and I thought, well, besides these amazing colors, look at that. Not just the most beautiful thing. I just had to have it. Not sure why, but I did. And it's, I mean, all of this for $6. You can't beat that. And I tested it and it is silk. So there's a project in there somewhere. I'm not sure. Again, just could not hurt to have beautiful solid colored silk fabric. Love it. Okay. That's everything from the American Sewing Guild. One more thing from the Balboa Island garage sale. Okay. I love tablecloths, old tablecloths. And they had this one, which it has a lot of spots and damage, but it is of California. I don't know if I could show everything on here, but it's the old kind that has a map of California, and just let me see if I can pull back a little bit. But it just has all these funny things of, you know, California, and it's the old tablecloth. I'm not sure what year this was, but hold on, just checking. They showed the Long Beach Air Force Base. I don't know if that's still in existence. I don't know. Fort MacArthur off of Santa Monica? Interesting. There's a lot of military bases on here. I'm just trying to see if there's anything that you could date it. It shows Boulder Dam, and I know they had it also called Hoover Dam, so I don't know what year that was. Interesting. Yeah, they do have a lot of the military. Stanford Indians? Interesting. Anyway, yeah, see, they show all the air bases. That's interesting. Hamilton Air Force Base. Anyway, but they have, oh wait, do they show Disneyland? They don't show Disneyland. That is interesting. Fisherman's Wharf, San Francisco Cable Cars, San Francisco Chinatown, Oakland, Sacramento. Oh, look at the Sacramento. Look at the people on that. San Diego, the zoo with animals in cages, which that's old. Long Beach. Oh, they still had the Rainbow Pier. That was long gone. Santa Anita, the racetracks. Tournament of Roses. Okay. Knott's Berry Farm and Ghost Town. Okay, this is interesting. They have Knott's Berry Farm, which is older than Disneyland. They have Farmer's Market. Oh, sorry. Really knocked that over. Hollywood Studios, Olvera Street. Okay, so Disneyland became a California attraction in 1955. So this has to be older than 1955 because they wouldn't have Knott's Berry Farm and not include Disneyland as an attraction. So that's interesting. They do have mermaids, Catalina Island. Anyway, I haven't soaked this yet, but it was just, I had never seen one of California, so I had to get this. It is my home state. So that was again from the Balboa Island garage sale. Now, the rest are from, oh, wait, I stand corrected. Balboa Island garage sale, another piece. These state hankies. This is also from Balboa Island sale. And one's for Nevada, Utah, and the other's for Washington State. And I got them more for this color. I just thought it was so pretty. I can, even if you just use a piece of it on the slow stitching, I just thought it was just really nice little pieces of not just history, but are so pretty. The other thing too, these are hankies, and they still have their Ranshaw labels on them, so they've never been used or washed. Another label here, and I know somewhere in my stash I have California, since it is my home state, and I've told myself I'm not going to start collecting all the states because I don't need more things to collect. But this is also, like I said, from the Balboa Island garage sale. Now the last batch, oh my, I just thought of something else I needed to throw into this batch. These are from the Facebook Marketplace. So this one I just got. It is a table runner, but look at these flowers. Aren't they just, oh, they're so gorgeous. They're so detailed. And somewhere here, okay, so it's a long skinny thing, but look at this. Can you see this basket? Look at the butterfly. It is beautiful. It's done in a really delicate blanket stitch around the wings. It has that little edge to it, and it's just done so well. I guess that's a little basket, but it does have stains on it, so I don't feel bad about having to cut some pieces off, because there's a set of flowers on both end corners, or all four corners. There's this smaller one, smaller flowers on both sides here in the middle. So there's quite a bit of snippets that I can use on here. That's what I'm always kind of looking for. If I'm going to cut it up, I want to be sure there's plenty to use. Colors were beautiful. Hand crocheted edging. Just gorgeous. And that was off of Facebook Marketplace. Another little, this, she gave it to me for free because it had this hole in it. And I thought, okay, I'll take it. Thank you. This one was really nice. It's like a loose weave linen. And it's a round doily. She gave this to me for like a quarter, I think, because it had a big hole. So, love that. This came off of, sorry, this was also Balboa Island. It was a quarter, and I don't know what I'd ever do with it, but for a quarter, you find something, right? Okay. Now this was something, part of another batch of pieces off of Facebook Marketplace. Long runner, has this very big bold flowers, cross-stitch flowers on both ends, and then littler flowers there, and hand crocheted edges. So it was part of a bigger batch. And then I don't know if I showed you this already. I might have showed you this, but this is like a pillowcase. Yeah, I might have showed this already. And then I have another tablecloth I found for a really good price on Facebook Marketplace. And it's not really large, but I've never seen, I think they're cherry blossom. I've never seen this cherry blossom pattern. And it has some stains, but it's in really good condition, and it is large, I don't know. And even if I started taking pieces off of it, I can just see cutting off a section and stitching it. So that's it for this month's stash. I try to do a Thrifty Thursday thrift haul video every first Thursday of each month to share what I've found. Thank you everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. Please check out my website, LyndaCreates.com, Linda with a Y, and you'll see all kinds of slow stitching, stitcher stamp. I've even done paper crafting. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in my next video.